Hey, it's me, Amber from the Queerie.
This is identity.
What do you think drag is? What do you think drag is?
I love that. Alright.
Were you just practicing your lines?
Yes.
Yourself?
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Queerie. So today we have the honour of interviewing the truly spooky, wickedly talented Asphyxia to the pod.
Well,
Thank you for
howdy,
coming
y'all.
on.
I'm interrupting you already. How
Good
camp.
start. It's easy to do. It's easy
Yeah,
to
look,
do.
especially for me.
We are so
Down with the patriarchy.
That's two in like 10 seconds. So now we're gonna.
We have a whole 45 minutes to go, so
You gotta
better
wait till our
fucking
lips finish.
Pull it together. Okay, go.
I promise.
You've done well. You've done well.
Thank you.
We are so excited to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yay, oh my god. Okay, so we'll just start with the usual. What are your pronouns and what names do you go by and when?
How camp. Okay, so I am Jake out of drag, or Jacob if I'm in trouble. In drag, Asphyxia. Don't call me Fixie unless you're Luna Thick. She's the only one that can get away with it.
Interesting.
Story behind that?
No, I don't know. Yeah, yeah,
Fair
I don't know. Asphyxia sounds sophisticated. Fixie sounds little and
Like a pixie, like a little fairy, little fairy girl.
like
I
those
kinda
little
like
like
it.
chomp books from primary school. Anyway, I'm getting off track. But pronouns are anything. I don't think I've ever actually said it out loud. I mean, I've told a couple of people I'm gender fluid, but I'm not like pronouns wise doesn't affect me.
Sure.
So anything. Just don't call me late for dinner.
Cool. Sounds
Period.
So much funnier in my head. So much funnier in my head.
Good. I know. Like, let's edit in some like intense laughing.
Please cue up the soundtrack.
We need a
Like the audio-
soundboard so we can be like, boom, and it's like,
that would actually be really camp.
like applause.
I'm getting like I'm
Camp.
used
She's
to
using the words.
Anyway, how did you choose your drag name?
So, what I like to tell the really drunk people at the bar is that, again, asphyxia is just a really lovely, sophisticated way of telling people that I'm into choking.
Oh.
But the reality of it is I was just searching through Wikipedia in
Stop
medical
it.
names.
Stop
and I was
it.
like, that looks camp.
Why did you think of medical names to look up?
Because with my drag, I was always so inspired by, alternative, creepy, medical things. So, special effects. So, what do you call it when dissections and like science and in a body and horror?
I love that.
Love horror.
That's awesome.
Thank you. But yeah, so then I just wanted to incorporate that into my name, and my original drag name that I was going to go with is just very baby queen. So we needed to find something more.
You got to say it.
sophisticated.
You gotta say it.
Yeah, I don't myself into that
Say
one.
that and then not tell us what it was.
So it was going to be Onyx Envy.
Onyx MB. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I definitely like asphyxia is like it.
Yeah. No, I don't mind that, but you can tell when it really works. And I think
When it's
Exactly.
right,
It
it's right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just stuck, and I was the only queen in the entire world called Asphyxia until about 2 years ago.
What?
They even almost copied my entire Instagram username, but that's none of my business. None of my business.
Oh my
now, is it?
God.
Stop.
That's
As in,
really
were
messed
they an
up.
Australian queen?
No, they're a UK queen.
Oh,
They're
okay.
pretty, I guess.
Yeah, but
Not as pretty as me, though.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about how you got into
Sorry, that's the last time. I'm sorry.
So do you want to tell us a little bit about how you got into drag?
Oh gosh. Absolutely though. So I sort of started getting into drag. I remember I was with my ex-boyfriend. He was my first ever boyfriend. I was 13. Wow. Yeah.
Young.
Yeah. He was 14. It was quite scandalous actually.
A bit spicy.
that is scandalous.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that's a
The
story
grade
for another
above.
day. Oh, year 8 and year 9.
Oh my
Ooh.
gosh, that is scandalous.
It was. A great guy.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, great. He has a beard. Probably where that came from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Had it at 14. Anyway, we're veering off subject. So he showed me a video of Willem's beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you've ever watched Willem Speak
No.
Down, but it was just one of those little talk shows that Willem had back in the day. This was, I would say, around when like season 5 and 6 of Drag Race was
So
airing.
Willem's a
A drag queen from Drag Race.
Cool.
Yes.
Love it.
Willem is a very infamous drag queen from Drag Race.
The
Very
first ever to be
scandalous.
disqualified.
Why? Wait, everyone probably knows that I'm like, oh my god.
It's like the reason on the show I think is different to the reason in real life.
The reason on
Right.
the show was conjugal visits, but the reason in real life was production meddlement and a lot.
my God, tea.
That's an episode of Queerie in itself.
okay.
Stay tuned.
Cool, love it.
Coming soon.
Anyway, yes.
But then from that, because I used to draw a lot, so I just turned one art into another. I just started doing boy beauty, which is all archived on Asphyxia's page.
Put it up.
Oh my God.
Put it up. Bring
Oh
it
my
back.
God.
Maybe I will give an exclusive sneak peek for the Queerie Pod
Please.
Instagram viewers. Maybe so.
Surely.
So.
We'll hold you to that.
I've had half a glass of rosé. I can't be held towards
That's
my
how we get them
actions.
drunk. Then they give us all the good tea.
Exactly. But yeah, from there I just started going more and more into like boy beauty, and then I started doing like more draggy stuff. And then I actually went to school in drag. So it was for a little bit uncouth nowadays, but it was for Gender Bender Day. So it was the last day of year 12, and me being me, went to school in our formal uniform, unbuttoned down to here with a bra, and like my like little necktie hanging off, a platinum grey wig that was just straight, and I was in the formal skirt, which was technically meant to be down past your knees. It was pulled up over my waist and like hiked up to like
Nice.
mid thigh. And I will never remember my really conservative year 12 English teacher. She was my English teacher throughout the entire of high school. She was lovely. She just looked me up and down. She was like, "Now, Jacob, you know that's not how we wear the uniform." Looked over her little German glasses, looking like some kind of Edna Mode, just like
Iconic.
it was really that was the start of my queer life. But yeah, and then it just grew from there.
Love.
Awesome. So then
Love
you
that.
kind of got into it professionally around like when?
So then I had quite a lot of trauma stuff go on after I turned 18. And I kind of just put it on the back burner for a bit, just practiced my makeup and practiced, which is why I'm very good at makeup.
You are.
You are good at makeup. Yeah.
I was like, how do I be humbly?
No,
No, don't be humble. You are.
But
You're allowed to.
I know I'm narcissistic and I know I'm egotistical. So I'm
That's
very
okay.
good at makeup. But I spent like a year practicing. And then I came out officially early January 2019. And then started going from there a couple
Came
months
out
later.
as a drag queen?
Yeah, came
or-
out as a drag queen,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
was
okay.
like, so in high school, this
Oh.
was like,
Can you imagine? No, I came out when I
No,
was...
but I'm straight. I just thought this was cool.
I just love this a lot. Me, that was literally me.
I'm an ally.
For so many years being like, I'm just an ally. Yeah.
I love that. But no, yeah, then I started just coming out in drag. I came out every single weekend. I went to Fluffy. And I was driving from the Sunshine Coast, getting an Airbnb and going back on the Monday morning.
Wow,
Oh my
commitment.
gosh.
Yeah, every week in drag. I came on heat 3 of the first original Starlet. That was the heat
Wow.
that...
Oh, like the first ever one?
the first ever
Mantis.
Starlet, yeah. That Richie won the heat, and Mantis was second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Excuse me. I thought of Richie Lestrange. I was like, ooh. And yeah, just kept going from there, kept going until a little thing called Work at Wednesdays came out, run by the absolutely fabulous Solar Flare and Sable Blake, formerly known as Sable Blake, which is Sable nowadays. And yeah, they used to run it was like an open night drag competition for anyone who just wanted experience. And I did that for about 48 weeks straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bloody
I
hell.
did it for a long time because it was like the one thing that I could definitely just go to get all my
Yes.
creativity out. That was where I met a lot of my good friends like Beverly Kills, Lulu Lemons, although Lulu was quite a while after. God bless her socks. Moose, Enigma, etc. There's so many people that I could go on and on about, because work it really was. I don't even know how to word it. It was this huge deal for quite a lot of us because it was quite a large wave of baby drag queens and kings and performers in general. And my first performance was me doing a Panic at the Disco song, dressed as the devil, tearing my horns out of my head, having a full like spray painted black chest with red devil sigils on it, bleeding blood. It was really great. Yeah.
That sounds so
amazing.
wholesome.
It was great. It's on my Instagram page. So scroll back and you might find it.
And add it in here. Thank you. That is awesome. So on your whole costuming and style and everything, obviously you are very talented with the wigs. So tell us about...
With the wigs and the
with
tucking
the
and the
wigs
padding
and the thing. All the things, yeah.
All the things.
Yeah, absolutely.
The
So
tucking. Have
can
you seen it? Girl, the monster mash. That's why I'm a drag monster.
So
love
can
that.
you tell us about your process of wig styling and how Asphyxia's Asylum came out, and also the whole process of tucking and
your padding in your
padding
body
and all the things.
etc.
Definitely. So Asphyxia's Asylum is my little love child at Asphyxia's Asylum on Instagram and Facebook, and asphyxiasasylum.com.au, which technically isn't actually out, but it's up there. So you can go check it
Nice.
out. It's just
Cool.
haven't updated it for a hot second.
Love.
But it was my love child of just doing things, and then I like to make my hobbies. I like to get paid for things. I like money.
That's awesome. Absolutely. Make your passion your job.
Exactly. And I think the queer and gay motto is I don't need to have knowledge about it. But if I pick something up, tomorrow I might become a sommelier. Tomorrow afternoon, I might be a pro surfer. Tomorrow evening, I might be a pro
Something else.
pool table player game person.
Snooker player.
Snooker. Ooh.
Watch out.
Maybe so. But yeah, so I just always taught myself how to do everything. So it all started with the makeup, and then it started with basic sewing from back in the day. And then I started to do wigs, but I could never get wigs right. And then there was a period of time where I was living with Beverly Kills, and she was doing all of my wigs back in the day. And she like ran me through a couple of things to how to like reset the wig and just do basic styling. And then from there I was like, well, I am a competitive gal. And then I just kept going with that, and it sort of flourished from there, and I started doing more wigs for myself. And the ones that kind of caught on was when I was doing my big old horned wigs.
Yeah, I love those.
Thank you. I would say they were definitely my staple. And it sort of went from there, got some really amazing tips from the amazing Shani T-Bone, and it just flourished.
That's
it just
awesome.
went
So you
more.
didn't have any sort of skill in hair at all, and then you just
I'm
got it.
self-taught with literally everything.
That's awesome.
really impressive.
Thank you. Insert applause here. Insert applause here. The Friends background track.
Yes, that is though. I literally can't even like plait my own hair. And I don't think I could even if I tried to teach myself.
Look,
'Cause that is very impressive.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know what to say.
No worries.
The rosé. My goodness.
Goodness.
But yeah, no,
Hot.
I remember because I mainly started selling pads. Speaking of pads and tucking and everything like that, I used to make my own hip pads, and then people started wanting them, and then so I started making them for people.
How do you make them?
So you go to the landfill and you find a gorgeous little couch.
Nice.
Sit on a bunch, test them all, see how you feel, and then you go home and you pick it apart and you just carve it. That's sort of a lie. I did make mine from a couch originally, but I go to Clark Rubber.
Okay.
Secrets of the trade. Clark Rubber get like high density foam, and then I measure out the length and width of where the booty is, where you want the hip to sit, and where your natural sort of features lie. And then we carve it out with an electric knife, and I then spend like 3 hours smoothing it out with scissors, and then chuck a bunch of pairs of tights on, and you're good to go.
Whoa.
It's
Exciting.
It's an arduous and very arthritic process.
I can imagine, yeah, the cutting
Yeah.
hours.
Carpal tunnel realness, darling. Welcome to the stage.
That's, wait.
Carmel tunnel.
Is that a drag
Oh, no, that sounds bad. Carmel tunnel?
Well, that's actually so interesting because I don't know why I just assumed everyone just like bought them on eBay.
You can.
Okay.
Yeah. But support local businesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and also like you would you measure, right?
I do,
So it's
yes.
like fit for you.
Yeah,
It's
like-
custom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I do have some things in the works. Oop.
Big booties.
Big booties,
Big boobs.
but intertwined and sewn into a pair of pants. That way you're not trying to fit them and maneuver them around to where they are. They're just level and you can pull the pants on and chuck your tights on and you're good to go.
Wow, entrepreneur.
Yeah, keep an eye on it in about 6 months. I've got to get all it sorted, but it's definitely in the works. It's definitely being sorted out.
Nice.
Love. So what is your process of getting into drag? Like start to finish when you go into a gig or whatever?
Start to finish.
Yeah.
So usually I'll procrastinate and leave it to the last minute. I will. It depends on if I'm doing more feminine drag or like natural drag for asphyxia, I guess, or crazy colors. If I'm doing crazy colors, I'll obviously shower and put contacts in, and then it'll sort of start from there. I glue. I do my mug. I then chuck my body on, so my pads, and put all the tights on, and then I will put my Spanx on, and then I might add a corset if I feel like dying, and then I add my breastplate, which is currently breaking. I need to get a new one. I'm so sad about it, actually. But my signature breastplate, whether it is my lovely little humble H cups or my ever so slightly less humble Z cups.
Is that the actual size? Like, is that what you buy?
Yes.
Oh my God. I thought you were joking before when you said that.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
They
gorgeous.
are
Okay, great.
big old knockers.
Yeah.
Wowza.
No, I've seen them, but I didn't know they were actually called like Z cups.
Yeah, they're
I
the biggest
love
ones
that.
you can get.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah. And then I chuck my wig on because getting a breastplate over a wig, you make that mistake once.
Yeah. It's like putting a turtleneck on over a full face of makeup.
Boots. It's like when you go to formal and you get everything done,
Yes.
but something goes wrong and you have to put your head through and you're like, why did I just spend $700 getting all this done?
Yep. Nothing.
And then, I'll truck everything into a suitcase. I'll forget things and I will run out of the house, not download my music, and then regret it later and have to just do the same old physical and untouched. Just big me energy.
Why not?
Excellent songs though.
Oh, absolutely. If you ever get a chance, always at the Wickham, I will be doing them at least once a month, darling. Check out my page, you'll see.
Love.
So cool. So that must take like 5 hours.
It can take between... I've done it in an hour flat
No.
out the door.
No.
That's
How?
impressive.
Chucked the mug on,
I used
gotten
to do
into body.
party princess, like go to parties dressed as a princess. And it took me like 2 hours and it's not even extensive
So you
makeup.
also understand drag queen.
Yeah. I'm a drag queen.
I love
It's
this.
definitely not that exciting. It's like Cinderella or
revelation.
something. But it's like very basic makeup. And I swear it would take me like an hour and a half just to feel like I'm that like character. So that's impressive, an hour. You got that skill under control.
Yeah, look, especially when you wake up late and you've got a gig to get to with a call time, you're like, oh no, what am I going to do?
Shit.
No other option.
Literally.
Gotta get it done.
If I do take my time though, I can have like a delicious 5 hours, 6 hours.
Wow.
My average is about 2.5 though.
Yeah,
to get
right.
it all on. I've kind of
It's
mastered
still
it down to a...
A lot of time though. Like 2.5 hours is a long
Oh
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's no wonder why we want, decent money. Because
Yeah,
we're not starting
yeah,
when we get to the
exactly,
gig. We're
yeah.
starting 5 hours, or we've made our own outfits, or I've styled my own hair, or
Yeah.
for me, it's more normally both. I'll make an outfit or style a wig. Sometimes I'll spend 8 hours through the day doing that, and they're like, okay, here we go, let's get into drag, and then you're out until 2 a.m. and you're like, oh my god, it's been a 15-hour day, but people don't consider that
No,
work days
they
when it
don't.
Yeah.
is. It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as the queen who's changing the face of drag,
As Beverly Kills says.
I'll never let her forget it either.
never, you now have like quite a huge platform. So what would you like Asphyxia's legacy to be, or what is something you would like Asphyxia to be known for?
What a lovely little deep question. I think my sort of legacy would theoretically and hopefully be, comma, I just love to sort of allow all the little freaks and misfits in society to sort of really, really delve into that freakiness and that alternativeness of the weird Can we swear? The weird shit. I don't care, actually. The weird fuckery.
Fuck you guys. I'm going to swear anyway.
Let's go. Just the absolute nonsense that goes in your head that society's kind of like, no, you can't do that. Even in a queer atmosphere where people are like, that's not how you do drag. That's not how you should look. That's not how you should act. That's not how you should paint. You should be doing this to fit into an archetype of what they think it should be. Fuck it. Break it up. I want to be the person that shows that you can do that and you can go out and perform and look like a literal monster, which is something that I love to do, is going out looking like a literal hellspawn from 5 D grade horror movies that was filmed in Australian outback. But I'm still going out there, I'm flipping and I'm splitting and I'm dancing. And it shows such a different side. Not to discount people that can't do that, except you are not as good as... I'm joking. I'm joking.
We're keeping that in.
Absolutely. But show that we're all the same. We're all doing the same thing.
You want.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be ostracized or belittled or made to feel like you're weird just because you like to express yourself in an abnormal way. Because being abnormal is fucking normal.
Period.
Yes. That's a good legacy. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry to this.
Ella's cringing off camera.
That was so well said.
Thank
That
you.
was really well said. And sort of, I guess, going on from that, what makes you most proud to be queer?
I'm not. No, I'm joking.
Oh shit, you gotta go.
Where am I again?
Only queer people allowed on the pod.
Oh shit.
We'll cut that out. Ooh.
Bye. Sorry, you've gotta go.
I think what makes me the most proud to be queer is overcoming that pressure of society saying you have to fit into this bubble. Very much like what we just touched on. I used to be extremely, extremely scared and upset about being gay, about being queer. I never really allowed myself to embrace being queer outside of being gay for quite a long time because I just thought they were, part and parcel. Being queer is weird, which is weird and very, very queerphobic. But I had to get outside of that little bubble that I put myself into because of what I thought I had to be. And as soon as I popped that, as soon as I started to explore asphyxia more, as soon as I started to explore out of drag more, I realized that this is such a gorgeous bubble that's expanding around all of us. And it's okay. It's a lovely little bubble that we can enjoy. I mean, it's not a bubble. I mean, let's pop it. But we can all just enjoy each other and embrace each other and all of our different cultures and facets and upbringings and traumas and stories and allow it to help us grow as opposed to being pulled down by it and not feeling that pressure anymore. And I think that moment when I figured out that I could do that and I was allowed to do that and I allowed myself to do that, that I really understood how important it was to be queer and how important it is to love that, which is why I'm so proud in that huge roundabout circle is I'm proud to be queer because I'm just unequivocally fucking queer.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that so much. That's, like, I feel like so perfectly said. Like, it was a very roundabout way to get there, but, like, I followed you. It made sense.
Thank
I
you.
get it.
We're not in a bubble, but we absolutely are in a bubble.
Yes.
And that's okay sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice to be in our little bubble.
Yes.
We can pop it at times. We can pop it whenever we want.
Period. But also, we don't have to be in the bubble if we don't want
Exactly.
to be in the bubble. Yeah,
Literally.
I
It's
get
this
you. I
big
get you.
meld of space and time that you can warp it. We can be in a black hole. We can be in a neutron star. We can be in quantum time, space, physics.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I never watched Rick and Morty. But you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And that is being queer. If
Yeah.
you're queer, you're queer. Ain't nobody going to tell you how to be queer.
Yeah.
There is no way to be queer.
Yes. There is no right and wrong.
Boots,
It
there's
just
no
is.
way to be queer.
Camp.
You heard it
There's
here
no
first.
right way, there's no wrong way. You're just queer.
You just are.
And that's the tea at the Queerie pod.
Ding.
That was such a bad segue.
No, that was a
That was
good
good.
segue.
That was so good.
So, lastly, is there anything you would like to plug?
Plug. Ooh, there's a lot of things I'd love to plug. But first and foremost, I will start off with Thank you. A comedian. She's not only pretty. If you want to keep an eye on where I'm performing next, typically it is at the Wickham, at least twice a month, maybe 3 times if I'm lucky. That is just, you'll find all of that at the.asphyxia on Instagram. That's where I update anything and everything and all in between. Any other gigs around that, you'll always see on my Instagram. I'm quite
Everyone follow.
outspoken. Absolutely. And if you are interested in things like wigs, pads, custom thingamabobs and thingamajigs, Asphyxia's Asylum at Instagram, and you'll keep up to date. I post quite a lot of my stuff there. Go check her out. Go check her out,
guys.
Woohoo.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Absolutely. Oh, so you haven't checked it out?
Oh.
I haven't checked out Asphyxia's Asylum actually. I haven't.
I'm a follower.
I
Fake
need
fan.
to follow. I know. I follow Asphyxia. Does that count?
I'll let it slide. I'll let it
I meant to
slide.
be the unknowledgeable
The
one.
unbiased
It's
one.
okay.
Stupid one.
That stupid one.
I love it. No, you are all good. I appreciate it, darling. As long as I get that follow tonight, I'll see how I feel.
Oh, yeah, we'll see. Thank
That's
you
the
so
end.
much for coming on the pod.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for having me. Oh my God, I've had such a fun time.
It was so fun.
It was so good.
It was good. We need to do a clink.
Yes. Let's clink.
Okay.
All right. Ready has to be good.
Ready?
And cheers.